Good evening, Bruchim Habayim, and welcome everyone. I'm Moran Atias, your host for this evening's broadcast. Under normal circumstances, we would have gathered in Jerusalem to celebrate Keren Hayesod's remarkable 100th anniversary, but thanks to technology, there's been a change in plans. Join me from the comfort of your home as we take our celebration to a very special place. Come with me. To officially start our celebratory event, let's hear from Keren Hayesod's Chairman, World Board of Trustees, Stephen Lowy, AM.
Good evening, everyone. I really want to thank Moran Atias for being our host for this evening's very special event. I particularly want to thank all of our supporters from around the world for joining us. I really wish we could be together in Jerusalem, of course, but unfortunately, due to the global crisis we're in, we're not able to do this in person. I'm tuning in from Sydney, Australia, and it's heartwarming to see so many viewers from around the globe. The Keren Hayesod world is huge. It spans some 60 campaigns in 45 countries, speaking 9 languages across 22 time zones. For over 100 years, Keren Hayesod has made a huge impact in Israel. At its core mission, it's always been to serve the people of Israel as its #1 priority. For Keren Hayesod, there is no greater mission than to ensure that those living in Israel's periphery receive the support they need. This gives them the ability to become fully integrated into Israeli society. For over 100 years, Keren Hayesod has had the privilege of furthering the national priorities of the State of Israel in partnership with the Jewish Agency for Israel. This has only been possible because of the support of all of you. Without you, we would not be able to assist weaker communities in distress, or disadvantaged youth, or the elderly in need. Without you, we would not be able to conduct Aliyah or rescue operations. And without you, we would not be able to deepen the connection between Jews in the diaspora, to Jewish life, and to Israel. As we look to the future, to the next 100 years, we hope that you will continue to join us on this mission. This mission is to continue to raise funds for the well-being of the people of Israel. I want to thank you for your dedication and your support and for joining us on this very special event. Over the next 45 minutes, you will have the opportunity to see Keren Hayesod's direct impact on Israeli society for 100 years. I really look forward to the day when we can meet in Jerusalem. Until then, thank you and enjoy this event.
Thank you, Mr. Lowy, for joining us all the way from Australia, and thank you for your opening remarks. From all the places in the world, this is the most special place for me. Joining us at the Kotel is Sam Grandberg, World Chairman of Keren Hayesod. New reality in the world, a new reality for us. Last time we met was in Hollywood. You're Consul General of Israel in Los Angeles. And today we're here in front of the Kotel, and you're celebrating a year and a half as the World Chairman of Keren Hayesod. And we're both Olim Chadashim.
We are both Olim Chadashim. Moran, it's so exciting to be here with you and to bring you into the Keren Hayesod family, especially at this exciting time when we mark the landmark 100 years of Keren Hayesod.
Who are behind Keren Hayesod?
So the Keren Hayesod supporters are really the backbone of Keren Hayesod. For 100 years, Keren Hayesod, and we work in over 45 countries and over 60 communities or campaigns. And these are dedicated communities who love Israel, love the people of Israel, and are incredibly dedicated to supporting Israeli society and making Israeli society stronger, And together with our strategic partner, the Jewish Agency for Israel, with the amazing projects that we do, whether it's with Aliyah, and you mentioned Aliyah, that I made Aliyah 30 years ago. You're making Aliyah now. So it's Aliyah and integration, strengthening social welfare, and of course the connection between the Jewish communities around the world and Israel.
We're obviously celebrating it in a different way this year because we can't gather all of our supporters and families from around the world. But I have to say that what I've seen with my own eyes, how impactful their donation is in the lives of these people that are coming for the support of Israel, Zionists and elderly Holocaust survivors. I really thank you for this opportunity, and I'm really happy to be part of the family.
Thank you, Moran. We're all excited that you're with us, especially for this celebration. And like you said, we had all hoped a couple of months ago to be here together physically in Jerusalem to celebrate. But we're still very excited that we have, through technology, we're able to have our communities from around the world, at least virtually, be with us, be with you and with me and with Stephen Lowy and others to mark this occasion and to mark this celebration.
To 100 more years to come.
Amen.
Amen. L'chaim, Sam.
Hi.
From spiritual to virtual. 100 years ago, a group of people sat in a hall in London and dreamt of a different future for the Jewish people. Over the past 100 years, Keren Hayesod has worked to build a strong and flourishing state of Israel, built upon the foundation of mutual responsibility and a love for the Jewish homeland. Join me as we take a look at how Keren Hayesod has profoundly impacted Israeli society and transformed the dream of the founding individuals into a reality.
Todo comenzó como un sueño, una visión. Muchos lo consideraron poco realista. Pocos creyeron que algún día podría concretarse, pero nosotros lo anhelamos y lo realizamos. Un refugio seguro para millones de judíos carentes de un hogar propio. Un ejército para defender a una nación que solo conocía una cultura renacida. Un país caracterizado por la innovación y la creatividad que ofrece al mundo. Científicos de talla mundial, laureados con el Premio Nobel. Una democracia próspera e igualitaria entre las naciones. Que se hizo cargo de una visión, asumió el liderazgo, lleva sobre sí el sacrificio de tanta gente. Asumió el firme compromiso, pueblo de Israel. Es el seno de nuestra asociación. Keren Hayesod y vosotros, juntos, a través de las últimas 7 décadas, trajimos a 3 millones de Olim a su nuevo hogar. Les ofrecimos los instrumentos para construir una nueva vida en su patria. Juntos, les dimos esperanza a los residentes de la periferia israelí. Les brindamos dignidad a los ancianos sobrevivientes del Holocausto y oportunidad a los jóvenes en situación de riesgo.
Without Keren Hayesod, there would have been no state of Israel, plain and simple.
¿Por qué? Porque juntos estamos aquí para el pueblo de Israel.
After seeing your impact on the Israeli people, it's no wonder that your work and dedication has received such a recognition. One of the many important pieces of Keren Hayesod's storied history is the dedication of individuals around the world who have made it their mission to support Keren Hayesod and the people of Israel. David Engel is one of those individuals who has been a lifelong leader in the Jewish community. Joining us from Canada is Mr. David Engel.
Thank you for that introduction, Moran. It is great to join you and all the Keren Hayesod supporters around the world for this very special celebration. I was really looking forward to all of us being together in Jerusalem to celebrate 100 years of Keren Hayesod. but I am thankful for the amazing technology we have that allows us to still be able to feel a sense of unity and spirit, even when we are located all over the world. As the chairman of the Centennial Committee, I have seen the tremendous amount of work that was done to plan the Centennial World Conference and understand the disappointment felt when we had to change plans due to the current coronavirus. But I want to remind all of you that even though we cannot physically be together, this opportunity is the perfect opportunity to celebrate all that Keren Hayesod has accomplished over the past 100 years and inspire hope in each of us for what we can do together for 100 years to come. It is hard to describe each and everything that makes up this organization. However, in honor of this milestone occasion, we created the concept called 100 Heartbeats, with each beat representing Keren Hayesod's United Israel Appeal's century of spectacular achievements through an array of stories and vignettes that highlight various aspects of the Keren Hayesod experience. Shortly, you will have the opportunity to hear what each of these heartbeats represents. I ask you to join me in remembering these words as they have served as the foundation of this organization. Together, as we look to the future, I ask you to continue to support the people of Israel and to remember that together we are stronger than we are alone. Mazel tov to Keren Hayesod, and thank you all for your continued support. May we all meet in Jerusalem soon.
David, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all that you do for Keren Hayesod and the people of Israel. In a remarkable show of support, 100 people around the world will join together in reciting 100 words that are inspired by the 100 heartbeats of Keren Hayesod and represent the different components that make up this incredible organization. From around the world, here they are.
Establishment.
Eventos históricos.
Hospitals.
Nativ program for Jewish identity.
Survival. Representantes.
Zer Jabotinsky.
Campaña de emergencia.
Elie Wiesel.
Albert Einstein.
Strengthening the periphery.
Aviation.
Educación superior.
Success.
Border Communities Booklet.
Absorption Centers.
Apoyando a la población del sur.
11 Points Operation.
Operation Michaelberg.
Aliyah from the former Soviet Union.
World Conferences.
Centennial.
Culture.
Meta Project. Israeli Artist Project.
Aliyah Operation.
Founders.
The Keren Hayesod Calendar.
Dr. Marcus Spiegel.
Connecting children.
Our logo.
Tel Aviv Port. Danny Kaye.
Friends of Israel.
Joining us for this celebration are leading thinkers, advocates, community figures, and celebrities from all around the world. Let's take a look at their special greetings.
Warm greetings from Jerusalem to Keren Hayesod's World Conference. Since your founding in 1920, you've played a key role in strengthening and mobilizing support for the State of Israel. You work tirelessly, endlessly, to connect Jewish communities around the world to Israel. You work to empower new immigrants who come to Israel, and you work to strengthen different communities throughout the land. I take this opportunity to thank you for all that you've done to strengthen our state. The people of Israel appreciate you and thank you.
Mazel tov, Keren Hayesod. For 100 years, you've been changing the face of Israel, and you've been doing a lot of good. Here's for another 100 years. Congratulations on 100 years.
לכל ידידי ופעילי קרן היסוד בכל רחבי תבל, להקים מדינה זה דבר חשוב, אבל להחזיק אותה, לבנות אותה ולייסד אותה זה חשוב לא פחות, וכאן אתם נכנסים לתמונה, כל פעילי וידידי קרן היסוד. קרן היסוד היא אבן יסוד בתקומת המדינה, בקיומה, החקלאות, היישובים, הקיבוצים, המושבים, המושבות, החקלאות, וכל הענפים שמאפשרים לעם לבנות ולבנות ולקרות עלייה גדולה. בלי קרן היסוד קשה מאוד לראות את זה. אני מאחל לכולכם המשך פעילות בריא, נחמד, נעים, אחוואי, יחד, שבטי ישראל, שנהיה מאוחדים ומלוכדים, ונראה כולנו יחד בתקומת ישראל בארצו לעד ולעולמי עולמים.
Hello dear friends from Keren Hayesod. I am honored to wish you Mazel Tov on the special occasion of marking 100 years of Keren Hayesod. I can tell you firsthand that the work you are doing is having an incredible impact here in Israel. Your dedication to our homeland and our people is very much appreciated. Congratulations on this milestone, and may you continue on your important mission of supporting Keren Hayesod and the people of Israel. Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov, Keren Hayesod. For 100 years you have been changing the face of Israel and doing so much to help the people of Israel and all of us. Kol hakavod.
What an honor it is to receive such heartfelt greetings and blessings from around the world. Thank you. Toda rabah. Thanks to your dedication, children, youth and adults throughout Israel receive life-altering support from our various programs. Let's take a look at a day in the life of Maor, Renata, and Kalkadan.
היי, מה נשמע?
עוד יום במשרד, בגלל תקופת הקורונה התחלנו לעבוד מהבית, אז אני בעצם בחדר שלי, וזה המשרד שלי. מאור, בן 30, מכפר סבא, במקור אני מכרמיאל, והיום אני עובד ב-NVIDIA בתור Technical Marketing Engineer. למרות שאני מהבית, אני משתדל להתלבש באופן הולם, בדרך כלל אני עובד עם גופייה, אבל היום...
A gente já está aqui no aeroporto e dá uma olhada como está vazio.
Meu nome é Renata Lezeira Bitchame, eu tenho 45 anos, eu sou casada, tenho 3 filhos. Eu trabalhei no Keren Hayesod São Paulo durante 10 anos e há 3 meses eu e a minha família nós fizemos a Aliança do Brasil.
Uma boa viagem para todos nós.
היו, שלום, קוראים לי קלקידן, אני בת 17 וחצי ואני גרה בירושלים. אני לומדת בכפר הנוער רמת הדסה וכרגע אני עולה לכיתה י"ב. הדבר הראשון שעשיתי שקשור לקרן היסוד זה הכיתת נחשים. אנחנו בכניסה לגן הזואולוגי. פה בפעם הראשונה שלי החזקתי נחש וטרנטולה. לפני זה אם הייתם אומרים לי נחש זה כאילו אין, זה הכי סיוט בעולם.
אני נמצא כאן ליד אשכול פיס כפר סבא. במקום הזה הגעתי לפני 12 שנים. בגיל 15 הצטרפתי לתוכנית נטע, שזו תוכנית של קרן היסוד שמעודדת את ילדי הפריפריה להשתלב בתעשיית הייטק. מקום שמסמל את אחת נקודות הדרך שבאמצעותם הגעתי לאן שהגעתי היום, וזה מאוד מאוד מרגש להיות כאן. בזכות תוכנית נטע הגעתי לצבא לתפקיד טכנולוגי. ובעקבות הניסיון שצברתי יכולתי להתחיל לעבוד בתעשיית הייטק בגיל 21, וזה משהו שבאמת שהייתי יכול רק לחלום עליו.
Muito emocionante.
É indescritível a sensação de voltar para casa. Eu e meu marido estamos estudando hebraico no PAC. Nossos 3 filhos estão matriculados em escolas públicas. Eu sempre ouvi que pro Keren Hayesod todos nós somos importantes, mas a nossa família vivenciou isso na prática. Num momento tão conturbado, Israel nos recebeu de coração e braços abertos.
פלח בנגריה, עוד מקום שקרן הייסוד תרמו. במסגרת עבודה שעבדתי בכפר, עזרתי פה לילדים יותר צעירים ממני, ובנינו מלא דברים, ואפילו ילדים הכינו פה מתנות לאימהות שלהם. נכנסנו לסדנת סבונים. פה במסגרת היזמות העסקית שלי, הייתי מכינה סבונים, והיינו מוכרים את זה אחרי זה בירידים שהיו בכפר.
חוזר עכשיו מהעבודה, כדי לי קבלת פנים עכשיו של הכלב שלי. אומרים שמי שדואג לימים זורע חיטה, מי שדואג לשנים נוטע עצים, ומי שדואג לדורות מחנך אנשים. אז לכבוד 100 שנים לקרן הייסוד, אני רוצה לאחל שהיא תמשיך להשפיע, לחנך, לטפח את הדור הצעיר.
Tem uma frase de Ben-Gurion que diz: o difícil nós fazemos agora, o impossível demora um pouco mais de tempo. Para mim, essa frase representa o trabalho do Keren Hayesod, mas ao Tov Keren Hayesod, pelos seus 100 anos, desejo que siga firme e forte e continue a tornar sonhos em realidade e a transformar a vida de milhares de pessoas.
אני ממש רוצה להגיד לכם תודה, כי אתם לא עוזרים רק לי, אתם עוזרים לעוד מלא ילדים, שדרך המקומות שאתם תורמים להם, הם מגלים את הכישרונות שלהם, וזה ממש לא מובן מאליו מה שאתם עושים, ומזל טוב לחגיגות ה100, תמשיכו מה שאתם עושים. ביי.
Thank you to Maor, Renata, and Kalkedan, who shared a glimpse into their lives. For them, Keren Hayesod is a life-changing organization that affords them the opportunity to thrive in Israeli society. Soon we will meet them again.
Keren Hayesod for me is building the Jewish nation. Keren Hayesod for me is building the state of Israel. Keren Hayesod for me is a huge partner of the Jewish Agency, because Keren Hayesod funding and resources and supporters of Keren Hayesod are part and parcel of the enormous activities of the Jewish Agency for Israel in Aliyah, in Klita, in absorbing Olim, in educating Jews all over the world, connecting them to the love of Israel and Israel to the love of the communities, and of course bringing the voice of the Jewish world to Israeli society and helping citizens of Israel, those who are in need, those who are underprivileged and challenged by our enemies. So thank you, Keren Hayesod, for great work you've been doing for the past 100 years.
Missions to Israel by global supporters.
Supporting victims of terror.
Celebraciones del Jubileo.
Strategic partner, the Jewish Agency for Israel.
Keren Hayesod Street.
Rabbi endorse.
Banking infrastructure.
Youth Future Project.
John Henry Patterson.
פרויקטים חברתיים.
Stockade and Tower.
דוקטור אברהם יצחק.
British Empire Exhibition.
Dr. Chaim Weizmann.
Israel Valley Communities.
Zionism.
The first announcement.
Mitzpeh Ramon's Young Families.
Bâtiment des institutions nationales.
Dedication.
Global.
Attack on the National Institutions Building.
Documentary films.
המעבר לירושלים.
Global Call Center supporting Aliyah.
Our 6 key values.
15th anniversary celebration.
World leaders express admiration.
Rehabilitación de ciudades desaventajadas.
El libro de Keren Hayesod de 1921.
Opération Moïse et Opération Salomon.
The establishment of Jews in the land of Israel.
Keren Hayesod posters.
The President of Israel, REUVEN RIVLIN, is one of Keren Hayesod's greatest supporters. As our President said, without Keren Hayesod, there would have been no State of Israel. We're so honored to be hosted by President RIVLIN at his official residence in recognition of this milestone celebration.
President, hi.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you.
שלום לכולם, כבוד הנשיא, כל נציגי ותומכי ותורמי קרן היסוד בעולם. אמנם אנחנו בכנס וירטואלי, אבל אנחנו מרגישים את הרוח והעוצמה בכל רחבי העולם, מהתומכים שלנו. Mr. Stephen Lowy, AM, Chairman, World Board of Trustees, is joining us. Hello, Stephen.
Hello. Thank you, Moran, Mr. President. It was fantastic to have the President in Australia to celebrate the 100 years in Australia of Keren Hayesod, and it was really a wonderful, wonderful time. It's particularly exciting that I see 3 beneficiaries of the programs of Keren Hayesod, and to see how successful you have been and how Keren Hayesod has been able to really support you. And it's our sincere hope at this 100th anniversary that we can only continue to embrace the communities and strengthen the communities of Israel. And it's really a privilege to be doing this with everybody, and I really thank everybody from around the world for being with us tonight, and particularly being in your presence, Mr. President. So thank you very much for having us here.
God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Lowy, for those inspiring words. Thank you very much. Sam was born to a Zionist family. He fulfilled his dream to come to Israel and establish a home here. At the age of 17, he moved here and served as a lone soldier for the Israeli Defense Force. And today, he definitely closes a circle, serving as the world chairman of Keren Hayesod.
Thank you, Moran. It's really inspiring and exciting to be here with the President, being hosted by the President, not just all of us, but also the thousands of Keren Hayesod family members, supporters, donors from around the world right now that are tuning in. And when we think about the achievements that we've been able to accomplish in those 100 years, together with our strategic partner, the Jewish Agency for Israel, in strengthening Israeli society, together we can say thank you and salute those supporters for the work that we've done to have such a profound impact on the state of Israel, on the Jewish people, and on Israeli society, and to be able to look back on the accomplishments of the last 100 years and be energized about the coming 100 years. So thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Sam. כבוד הנשיא, מאור גדל בכרמיאל, מאור התקבל לתוכנית נטע ששינתה את חייו. שלום לך, מאור.
שלום, שלום. אני חושב שאין יום, אין שלב בחיים שאני עובר, שאני לא מרגיש את ההשפעה של התוכנית עליי, את היתרון שצברתי בהשוואה לאנשים אחרים, שלא עברו את התוכניות האלה, ובאמת, אני חושב שזה מדהים. פשוט תמשיכו ככה.
אתה וחבריך הם ההוכחה שצריך להמשיך את התוכניות האלה ולהקפיד עליהם קלה כחמורה ולא לוותר בשום פנים באופן. אסור להפסיק את המסע הנפלא הזה שאתם עושים.
כמובן שהתקופה המאתגרת הזאת מאפשרת לנו גם לקבל עולים חדשים. I'll speak in English for Renata, that she's עולה חדשה שהגיעה בדיוק בתקופת מגפת הקורונה במרץ. Are you happy to be here, Renata?
Yeah, very happy. I decided to make Aliyah together with my family, and we are here 3 months, and now we're starting a new life, and we are very glad in a so difficult moment to the country. We are accepted here with open arms and hearts. תודה רבה.
תודה רבה לך.
אובריגדה. קלקידן. מה את מרגישה שקרן היסוד והתוכנית הזאת העניקו לך?
בכיתה ט' הגעתי לכפר הנוער רמת הדסה, ומשם כאילו ממש החיים שלי השתנו ברמה הכי קיצונית שיש, וקרן היסוד עזרו לי, ולא רק לי, עוזרת לעוד מלא ילדים בפנימיה שלי שמגלים את הכישרונות שלהם דרך הדברים שקרן היסוד מביאים להם.
תודה רבה. מכובדיי כולם, 100 שנים מאז שהוקמה קרן היסוד, מאז הונחו היסודות לבניין ביתו המחודש של העם היהודי בארצו, בה זכה להקים מדינה שהיא מדינה באופייה יהודית, אבל שווה לכל אזרחיה. יושבים איתנו כאן היום כל מי שיכולים להעיד מגוף ראשון על העשייה החשובה, עשייה בחינוך, בקירוב המרכז לפריפריה, בקידום העלייה, והחשוב מכל, בבניין התקווה הישראלית והשותפות הישראלית כולה. אני מאחל לקרן היסוד שתנופת העשייה שלה תמשיך ותתעצם גם ב100 השנים הבאות. Dearest friends, as I enter my final year as a president, I believe we must strive to build a new dialogue between us. I look forward, Stephen, to working with you to build new bridges of understanding and to give practical expression to our values of mutual responsibility and unity among the entire Jewish family. I would like to take this opportunity and to wish you all a very good, happy New Year from here, from the President's House in Jerusalem, the capital of the State of Israel and the capital of all the Jewish people from all around the world. Thank you so very much, and God bless all of you.
תודה רבה.
תודה רבה. Thank you, Mr. President.
What an honor it is to celebrate 100 years of Keren Hayesod with President RIVLIN at his official residence.
Hello, I'm David Broza. Having performed across the world with so many communities, having met with so many of the large family of Keren Hayesod and all the different parts of the world, and knowing that as I am here in quarantine, and probably many of you in quarantine, if not everybody, wherever you may be, it warms my heart to know that we still keep in touch, you still care, you contribute, you support, even in these times, in light of the great challenges that stand ahead of us and that we're living through. אני מביט מהחלום וזה עושה לי די עצוב, האביב חלף עבר לו, מי יודע אם ישוב, הליצן היה למלך, הנביא נהיה ליצן, ושכחתי את הדרך, אבל אני עוד כאן, ויהיה טוב, יהיה טוב, כן, לפעמים אני נשבר. אז הלילה, הלילה, איתך אני נשאר. כן, שם למעלה, בשמיים, עננים לומדים לעוף, ואני מביט למעלה, רואה מטוס חטוף, ממשלה של גנרלים, מחלקת את הנוף, לשלהם ולשלנו, מתי נראה את הסוף? אוי, הנה בא נשיא מצרים, איך שמחתי לקראתו, פירמידות בעיניים ושלום במיטתו, ואמרנו היי בוא נשלימה ונחיה כמו אחים, ואז הוא אמר קדימה עד שתצאו מהשטחים, ויהיה טוב, או יהיה טוב, כן, לפעמים אני נשבר. אז הלילה, הלילה, כך אני
100 years! Wow! What a phenomenal accomplishment! Thank you for being such a major part of Israel's success story. Mazal Tov.
I want to wish Keren Hayesod a huge congratulations on your centennial year, and I want to thank you for all the ways in which you support the State of Israel. I'm a supporter of the State of Israel, I'm a Zionist, and I'm a huge supporter of Keren Hayesod and all that you do. So on this, your centennial, can I say very warmly, Mazel Tov, or as others might say, Bis 120.
Dear friends, it is a great honor and pleasure to congratulate Keren Hayesod on its 100th anniversary. 100 years of doing so much chesed, so much good for the Jewish people, for Israel. It's something that really deserves a lot of recognition. I've seen how much neshama, how much love, how much care there is in this Jewish organization. I want to thank you for everything you do. In the name of Russian Jewry, I want to really congratulate you on this important milestone, and I hope this is only a beginning. You'll go from strength to strength, you'll go and do even more for Israel, for our brothers, and to make the world a better place, that together we will go and greet Mashiach very soon. Congratulations, Mazal Tov.
קרן היסוד חוגגת 100 שנים, ואנחנו שמחים בשמחתכם. בעצם זה השמחה של כולנו. אז אנחנו מצפים לעוד 100 שנים של עשייה ענפה. מזל טוב, קרן היסוד, ולכם התומכים.
Mazal Tov to all at Keren Hayesod. On this incredible 100th anniversary of your founding, 100 years of extraordinary work. Keren Hayesod has really been essential to the miracles that have happened in our time. The dream of 2,000 years coming true. You've turned successive generations of Jews in Israel and the diaspora into builders of the Jewish future. So all the bad things that happened to the Jewish people this last 100 years remain bad things, but you found a way of taking them and turning them into a rebuilding of the Jewish land, the Jewish state, and the Jewish people. Kol hakavod to you, and may the next 100 years be full of blessing, full of fulfillment, and full of joy.
International Women's Division.
Funding construction throughout Israel.
Emergency campaigns. Masa, Israel Journey.
The Song of the Valley.
100 years of storytelling.
Transparency. Let another praise you.
Donor recognition.
International Leadership Honor.
Oradores y artistas.
Guardian Rescue Operations.
Micha Feldman.
Leaders and activists.
Banim Bonim.
Amigur, sheltered housing for Israel's elderly.
Chairman, Leadership and Partnership.
Alei Project.
Global Family.
Shlomo Hillel.
חיילים מודדים, Lone Immigrant Soldiers.
Soleil Bonnet.
Il progetto dei villaggi per i giovani.
Pre-Army Academies.
Aliyah of Rescue from Morocco.
Friends of Israel.
Arieh Oz.
Water Power Vision.
Land of Promise.
Declaración de la Independencia.
International Young Leadership.
Righteous Gentiles.
March of the Living.
For the people of Israel.
The future.
Wow! How incredibly inspiring it is to see 100 different people from around the globe join together in celebration of Keren Hayesod. To all of you around the world who have joined us for this special broadcast, thank you. It has been a wonderful evening celebrating 100 years of Keren Hayesod together. Here's to another 100 years of making a difference in the lives of the people of Israel.